ULTI.TV.
We're here at the Queensland Showdown between Slamtown Flatball Club and Firestorm Ignition. Firestorm Ignition playing in the black and red, Slamtown in the white and orange. Nathan Litzow, lovely throw out in front there. Now I'm not really sure of many names in these teams, so bear with me. I know Nate, who's got the disc right now, and that's pretty much it. Swing out the far side. Ignition working well so far.
So yeah, Lungi was sorted out, and there was just
moving this zone around, staying mostly over to the right hand side, and a big crossfield throw. Throwing it inside out that far is always dangerous because there are always people in the way. Mile Hingy making the call. He retracts it. So that's from there. Stefan Rapazzo with the dishes out, and a long cut just short of the end zone. He's in the end zone when he throws. 1-0 to Slamtown, no call on the field, even though he was clearly in the end zone when he threw it. I got no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, no, we didn't. Yeah, no.
What did they tell us?
Stefan taps it in. Just goes up. Ignition struggling a little bit with the Slamtown zone. The only thing we need now is a bit more wind, and it would be perfect zone D conditions. Great grab there, getting up high. Oh, clean drop.
Just contest. Based on the actual line standing here, and you flat down, and you flat down. I want to get the rules straight here.
Stefan talks him down. Just turns stands, and it's an interesting one. So Donnie with the disc. I met Donnie in the break. I was calling him Larson because that was the name on his back of his shirt, and Stefan puts up a dirty rotten floater, and it just falls to the ground. Questionable shot selection there by Stefan, the mayor of Slamtown. Oh, low throw that went about 30 metres. Stefan playing tight on the dump. Just goes up. Ignition working well now downfield. Getting a bit of movement. Stefan playing on the dump still. Great dump defence. There's a break. Lots of room there. Handler comes up for the dish. And then the huck goes up. Going up well deep, and a misread by the defender. That was one of the Stone boys, but Donnie comes back and makes sure of it. So, Stone. Oh, and a drop. So, Ignition get a shot at offense now. There's lots of poachers here from Slamtown and Ignition. They work out a way to beat a poach. Hammer to the break side. Ignition score, it's 1-1. Slamtown out on D now. See one of the Stone brothers injected himself into this game. It's great to see. Oh, a break through that zone. Stefan on the mark. I'm not even going to try and say his last name. I'm too tired at this stage of the day. Firestorm punching the score. Stefan picks up the disc, sends it to Nathan Linforth. Goes up, and then a hook. Very flat and bladey. Greasy connections out there, both underfoot and under disc. See that both teams are struggling to control what they're doing. So Ignition bring the disc back in. Big blade outside in. To the far side of the field. No options for him though, and now the zone's set. Looks a bit like a standard zone, and whoa, the off point. Had a look at that. And that throw, didn't want to bid on it, even though he could have. So hammer over. It's going to turn over in flight. Receiver can't quite get there. Wally Crocker picks it up, plays it on. The mare. Slamtown moving fast here, trying to punch it in, and Nathan Litzow. Oh, Nathan Litzow gets enough. Contested foul is what we can hear up here. So uncontested foul is the word. Stefan on the end zone line, and violation, I think, maybe. Stefan gets the dump. People cutting everywhere. She resets. Stefan gets it back to the open side. Slamtown, punch it in, that's Nick catching the disc for the boys from Queensland. So Donnie pulling for Slamtown after they scored that one.
Go boys, ready. Go boys.
Disc is played in, middle of the field. Now swing. Slamtown trying to get a zone on. Whoa! Ignition runs straight through it. Now reset to the middle of the field. To the middle. Ignition moving the disc really quick. That's one straight through the middle. Very interesting looking zone scheme here. Big bid by one of the Stone boys. Wipes out the D player, the receiver I mean. And there's a call on the field, might be injury. Injury by the looks of things. Okay, taps the disc in. Nathan Litzow comes on for the injured player. And Slamtown is still in the zone look. And there's a great shot to the end zone for Ignition for the score. A short pull from Ignition after scoring that one. And then fourth and the Slamtown receiver can't get it under control. Ignition get their turn. They'll do a slow setup and try and push this one in. So an uncontested foul by the sounds of things. And a foot block and a nice bid by the Ignition player. Seems like two very athletic teams out there. People throwing themselves around all over the shop. Stefan, the mayor, will go back and pick it up for Slamtown. And he unleashes a very bladey outside in flick that drops onto the mitts of his receiver. And then throws across the field for the score. Slamtown put this one in. Donnie pulling again for Slamtown. This goes up. That's a big first pass that goes pretty much to the brick mark. Not that we can see it anymore, the rain and the mud has since wiped that thing out. Reset. Geordie on the mark and then a block. That pass was coming in hot and it seems that the receiver misread it slightly. It's one of the Stone boys with the disc, I think. Reset to Donnie. Moss looking long. Throws it up the line. Throws it around. Donnie moves, sends his defender the wrong way. Beautiful wily veteran, and there's a pick called downfield.
3, 2, 1.
Just counted in on 2. Gets it to Nick. He puts it in the corner. for the score. Slamtown get another one.
Take that lead, boys. Go, ignition!
One of the Stone boys pulling. Fairly short pull, very low. I think about probably 15 shy of the end zone. Ignition get a couple of passes in. Before the Slamtown D gets on. Nathan Litzel playing well for Ignition so far. Stefan, good dunk defense. Wally tracks down the disc. And no call on the field. A clean D. Stefan bringing it up for Slamtown. He's had some questionable throws so far. See if he can holster it and get something going for Slamtown. Wally to Nick, working down the line. Stefan goes up the line, receives a very short one, and then bombs an absolute hammer to Wally in this near sideline for the score. Another low short ball. Just not come down. Look to move it quickly. They've been about quick disc movement this far. And a big D there. Kevin Stallman, by the looks of it, Hero was on to get it. Nathan Linforth with the disc. He's got that towel. I don't know, it must help him. And then a hike into the end zone.
Check the run. If he hadn't stopped there, he would have got that.
Rookie mistake. Nathan Linforth going back for the disc. Using that towel again. I wonder if it actually helps.
Makes him feel better.
Well, a lot of sport is 90% in your brain. And if it makes you feel better, it helps. But what also helps is scoring like that. Ignition get an easy one.
Nice breakthrough. Nice breakthrough now.
These the boys are struggling to pull well out there. It's the third or fourth pull in a row that's gone low, hard and short. Stefan with the disc resets immediately to Donny. Donny throws up the line. Bit of a beard off Stone's shoulder there. And then goes up the line to his brother. The two Slamtown players almost kill each other. Linforth resets the middle. Throw out to open space. Low, hard throw. And Stefan calls it up. The great catch sliding in there. This line call taking a very long time. Sitting here with Paul Kiley, the marketing director for AFTA. Paul is a very big whistle man. He likes his timekeepers, and I have to agree. Timekeepers on Ultimate Games would be helpful.
It would be less faffing about, less getting the time cap.
Yeah, less faffing is always a good thing. And what a block.
Fantastic defense.
That's the Stone boys starting to get into this
Now,
game.
what double happiness. I reckon the read. I think it's Jordan.
Yeah, that's Geordie Stone right there. That's the youngest of the Stone boys. getting an absolute monstrous layout D there. Ignition get the disc back. I have another shot at this. Nathan Litzow with the disc. Litzow throws it right across the field.
Oh, slip.
Everyone's slipping and it slides out of bounds. You see the footy getting really heavy underfoot.
This is probably the worst field, I think, in terms of getting ripped up. I think the boys have, if the boys were playing on some of those other fields, they might be looking as bad as this one, but this is
Just
probably
gets
getting the
called
most
in.
chopped up.
And a timeout called straight away. So after the timeout, Slamtown, oh no.
Nice vert stack there. It's the best vert stack I've ever seen.
Well, Dump slips over. Oh, and the Dump drops the disc. Kevin
Then he
Stolman.
looks at it. It was the disc fault.
Yeah, bit him in the hand as it came in there. People running everywhere. Swings it out to the far sideline. Litzow with the disc.
The break now.
And a score by Mile. Getting up the line. Mile Hingy actually played Worlds. He's an Australian representative for the junior team. That was back in 2008, I think, or 2006. A while ago now. Mile on the Firestorm Ignition team by choice. I'm not sure of the story there. I didn't ask him. I just saw him in passing. So Donny Moss places the disc from the middle of the field. Looks off the open side, cuts and goes to the break side instead. A wily veteran. Really strikes me as that cunning kind. And there's another well-crafted throw.
What's the hammer? What's the crossfield hammer?
Wonder if there's a team rule on crossfield hammers. Donny Moss looks off the inside out. Likes not to throw it, now throws it to the receiver for the score.
Go on with the score.
We're back after half. I was having a bit of a sleep. I missed the start of it. Donny Moss with the disc in the middle of the field.
So Slamtown took half 8-6. So they're about to get one up. Oh,
Stefan the Mayor getting after it. Those little legs pumping like nothing else. Mile Hingy on the D. They just tapped in. Dish pass and then the hook. Not really free. And the turn.
bit of boxing out by Zach. Oh, and then he was happened.
Yeah, Zach Chodos is an interesting player. He's only a small, slight little fellow, but he plays with leverage.
He's quick.
Yeah, most short little skinny guys are. And Danny Moss with the disc goes up the line. And then the hook goes up. Goes up deep. And what a grab there by Yuan. The old faculty player.
Indeed.
Donny Moss gets the reset and then throws straight away into the corner.
Yeah, he's got it. Very close to the line there.
Yeah, very, very close to the line there. For Slamtown on D this time.
He's pulling out.
Yeah, it's out.
And the search for the brick mark continues.
Yeah, this field has absolutely been chewed up by the boys today.
We should also mention that they're saving the fields 1 and 2, the showcase fields. They're saving those for the semi-finals and finals.
Get the reset off. Oh, he looks off a wide open receiver and goes to the dump instead. And now he's stuffed high stall. Gets it off though with a great throw. Putting it into space. Looks to reset. Lots of people behind the disc. It's a mess back there. Someone needs to get in there and sort this offense out. Tell people to get in the stack or in whatever kind of structure they're trying to run. Great throw upfield.
Seems that Slamtown hadn't heard of this fake either.
Great block there by Kevin Stallman. The American getting that disc out of the air. And a call on the field.
Like a pick.
Kevin apologised and say, sorry if I did something I didn't mean it. Next time I'll hit you harder.
Just come in, 3, 2, 1.
Disc is in, Nathan Lynn fourth and third. And then throws a flick that goes out of bounds and Geordie.
Nice play all by Geordie. A massive cut from all the way over the other side of the field.
Geordie gets that force on. And dropped by the Ignition receiver. Slamtown get a look at the end zone now.
Looking for the cut up the line.
Lynn for Cat calls the timeout though. The disc. He's got many things going on, but nothing open. Gets the dump eventually.
I want to reset this vert. They're fairly excited, but looks like they want to call it back. No, Firestorm will give it to them.
We're going to have a look at a replay of that. So we had a look at the replay. I say vindication. Geordie was right, Paul.
Yeah, I think he was in. The knee was certainly in bounds before the rest of him was out, and we're pretty sure he had control of the disc, at least from our angle.
Yeah, we couldn't see the disc is the only thing, so
we'll call it in.
We'll give it to him because he was so emphatic about it.
Just pretty specky layout. Gotta give those.
Whoa, and a big grab there.
Wait, an injury.
And an injury called. The mare is cramping up down there.
It's probably because it's so hot.
You're kidding? He's from the tropical place. It's too cold for him. Someone ratchet the temperature up to about 30 and it'll be better.
Well, they eventually stopped discussing it and then they'll tell the disc back
in. What a grab.
Great grab under pressure. And by under pressure, I mean under being fouled.
Yeah. I don't know there was much of a foul there, Paul. Pack grabs tend to be a pretty dicey situation at the best of times, people going everywhere. And
you're right, they do tend to be an incidental contact space.
Yeah, someone's always hitting someone, but that's a specky grab. So the pull going up, massive offside by Firestorm Ignition. Clearly they didn't get the memo from ULTI.TV that offsides show up like nothing else on the footage. But we'll keep heckling them because they're chumps. Great undercut there.
I think teams do just keep offsiding just for the heckling.
They love the attention. Stone with the disc. And there's a really nice hand block right there. So Ignition shot the end zone.
The same location.
Yeah, that yellow tent, that's the same location. He's got the disc above his head, that's not a good sign. Gets it off though. And there's a call on the field. They're going to send it back. So we're closing in on time cap. Apparently it's 2 minutes. Oh, the mare's been caught. Donnie gets the block though. Man, Stefan was caught out of position and nearly got scored on. Donnie Moss bringing the disc up. It's been a very solid handler today for Slamtown. Saw him earlier do a great job. Here just again. Receiving the dump from Kevin Stallman. Stone throws a fake. Cocks that forehand and then unleashes it. There's three of them back there. Stefan getting up over Nathan Litzow. Catches the disc and then throws it for the score. Slamtown getting in for the score. Stefan stepping up for his team, pulling down that floaty pie and then punching it in for the score. The time between points was minute 15. That's not too bad. Most of the teams are doing alright when it comes to time. They don't take too long. Occasionally you get the team that likes to slow things right down. So Ignition get a shot and then straight away they turf it. Litzow with the disc. Throws it right across to Stone, who dumps. And then Stallman puts it up in the end zone to Stone. Stone? Geordie. To Geordie Stone for the score. Yeah. Donnie Moss with the disc. Throws a hammer over the top into a lot of space there.
That was a nice hammer.
That was a really nice hammer. Reset to Donnie Moss. Moss goes inside out, and what a huge grab there. Getting right up in the air to snap that one down and save Moss. Nick to Moss. Moss with a disc, and he's unloading everything on the end zone right now, and Stefan behind the pack, snakes everyone for the score. Alex is making sure both the Ignition boys are alright. They look a bit dusty. But the wily veteran Stefan pulls down that score. The score brought to you by the lovely Ellie Spark. Let's see if I can get a wave out of her. No,
Guess not.
denied. The score is 13-8 to Slamtown now. They're running away with this game. Oh, thank you. I'm seriously daydreaming here. And that pool is a bit of a shocker.
And almost out as well.
Firestorm really need to score here. Slamtown have been playing well. Bit of a poppy floaty dunk and then wailing away with that forehand. Nick cutting off the angle, getting the block. Just goes up.
Send that.
Oh, and he's thrown a blade. Can't quite get a hold of the disc.
It was the right idea. He had a couple of meters on his player. Nice flat pass. He would have completed it and run it down for a score.
Yeah. Lefty backhand would have been useful. Backhand seemed to be less affected by the inclement weather. Nick bringing the disc in. Kevin Stallman. Oh, it's dropped.
Drop right on the end zone.
Works
Work to get the turnover and then 2 passes and it's all undone. Yeah, down the sideline.
Mile Hingy again in the end zone for Ignition. Pull goes up.
Another short pull, another out pull.
The boys are having an absolute shocker today when it comes to pulling. So a bit of discussion about where they're going to take it from. Ends up being the brick mark. So Paul, what's the Wolf approved signal for a brick mark?
As far as I know, you've got options. The main thing is to signal it clearly. I think the generally accepted rule is hand over the head. Oh, what a grab in the end zone. Yeah, I think the accepted rule is hand over the head, directly up, but often people give it a clap. Because 2 hands are better than 1, isn't that?
Yes, 2 hands are better than 1. And according to Wolf, it's 1 hand above the head. But most people clap. So Donnie Moss, name being Doss if you add them together, with a pull, and it's bricked again. So in other news, Paul, we've got some word of the Fishwick result.
Yep, Fishwick, the Canberra boys, of course. According to Twitter, Mikey, not a thrower, Hatfield, and I'd attest to that as well. He's just thrown to Matt Dow for the win. That takes Fishwick to 5-zip.
We just saw a beautiful throw there out in the space. Ignition get another score, and they're hanging in there, even though it's they're 1 point away from losing this game.
We're starting to lose a bit of light here. Dan as well.
Yeah, things are getting very dark. It's been overcast all day and raining for most of it. Still got half the water in Newcastle in my shoes. This field has lights, but we shouldn't need them. We're closing in on time cap. It's now 9 minutes by our clock. But that is unofficial, of course. One of the Stone brothers catching that one. And then putting it straight through the middle. A strong one to the safe hands of Rapazzo, who puts it in the end zone with a blade. And that's
clearly safe hands for the catch, not necessarily for the shot.
Yeah, he's... I don't know. Maybe it's the gloves.
Perhaps. I think he's just ambitious. He's or optimistic, perhaps, about his receivers.
Well, with a nice around break to the streaming receiver.
Finally sees an open player.
Yeah. Except no one was running deep for him, so it ends up being nothing. Rapazzo trailing behind his receiver a little bit. End of the day, these boys are starting to get tired, and in the mud it's even worse. You have muscles hurting that wouldn't normally hurt because you're trying to hold yourself upright, and Stallman gets a block. Immediately dishes to Moss. And Moss centers the disc. And then a block, throwing it straight to the defender.
Who then sprints to the end zone, but no one else was picking up the disc.
Okay, it's more about the conservation of greatness, Paul. If you make a good play, you get the hell away from the disc as fast as you can. Run to the end zone, son. Good stuff. And now we see Ignition with another chance at offense. Oh, the dump defense isn't even looking, and it goes straight past his ear. And Donnie Moss poaching off his player a little bit. An inside out break and a drop by the looks of it.
Yeah, we went for the one-handed grab.
Donnie Moss going to pick it up for Slamtown.
Slamtown jumping into the bird again.
I don't know if there's a call or what, but the stall must be getting high here. Could be trouble. Oh, he finds an open receiver on the open side. I don't know how that happens. Stone with the disc, dumps to Moss. Moss bombs a hammer. And, oh, it's bounced off 3 players. And it ends up in Ignition's hands. They're on 0 again. And now a hug down the line for the score. There's
a pinpoint hug.
That was absolutely on the money. Michael catching another goal. He's been everywhere for Ignition. Clearly that choice to play for the Firestorm B team wasn't that bad after all. Maybe he'll be challenging for a first team spot next year with this performance here at Nationals 2012. Ignition's still in this game. It's not over till the fat lady sings or the other team scores 15. And right now it's getting very close to both. Slamtown being on 14 and we're still closing in on time cap, which is about 5 minutes away now. And that one lands just in and then slides out of bounds. Lupazzo steps onto the line and the disc is in. Floating one, good hands there by Stone. Stone unleashes a puck. Going up deep, several boys, oh, and someone comes sailing in from the back. Ignition getting the disc. Again, we see people tapping the disc in at the back, and Stone cuts it off with a great poach block. Brilliant heads up play there by Stone. Nick with the disc, having a look. End zone is clogged, there's people running everywhere, and there's the win. There's the win for Slamtown.
And a nice disc play. And that's, I think, their first win of the tournament.
Really?
I think so.
Well, it looks like Ignition aren't very happy in the background. But they fought hard. And at the end of the day, I think they can be happy. Slamtown win on the back. Good performance. Plenty of action, especially from the Stone boys. Especially from Geordie. It's not often Geordie outshines his brothers. But he has done today, I think.
Usually lays out more, I think.
Maybe he's got something to prove being the younger brother. Anyway, so that's day 2 from field 10. I'm going to go pack up and then we should be going to record a showcase game. The Firetails versus New Zealand on the nice showcase field, which is a hell of a lot better than this field. So thank you and good night.